I feel like right now, Lex Luthor is doing what he can to shut this shit down.
Right.
And I feel like it's only a matter of time and stuff, whatever, before it's just gonna go to the wayside world and stuff, whatever. And at first I was upset at Elon.
Yeah.
But then now I looked at it and stuff, it's like, well, this is what happens when you create a power, like a billionaire with money, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Villains are born.
Yeah.
You know, so I look at it stuff as where villains gonna do villain shit. You shouldn't really flinch.
I mean,
you want to stop the villain, get your money up.
I mean,
or if you can't do it, if one can't do it, let our powers combine and try and stop in a collective and stuff. Right. This man went on TV and stuff in that interview and said, "Fuck Disney." Not screw it. They bleeped that shit out. Fuck Disney. You know, go fuck yourself. And then he made it to acronym.
Right. Yeah.
I was like, GFY. He said GFY. I was like, he didn't flinch. And the guy's like, well, Elon, I was saying tyranny. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, so what? This is like this Lex Luthor being Lex Luthor.
The podcast, you can't win. Talking a good game, you can't win. Topics never lame, you can't win. Win.
Watch your average Joseph. Marvelous. It's ridiculously funny.
Marvelous. And that's Daniel's son, the black version.
I was gonna say Flycatcher Smooth. We are the Podical sons.
Yeah, and that's Daniel's son.
Oh man.
Start the show. Like, comment, subscribe, all of the above. Search Podical Sons Podcast.
You know what the deal is.
All streaming platforms possible. You find them. To the new ones, you come up with us. You appreciate us if you play us. We love y'all. To the ones that rocking with us, we enjoy your company. Thank you for your time. Let's get into some stuff. Ask Smooth, why is he the greatest flycatcher?
Don't worry, ask. We got footage. We got footage. Don't worry.
From angles, Doc. Angles. My guy. It was angles. I'm looking at stuff. I'm like, hold up. This man out here calling for, he's like, I'm about to jar this fly. I was like, jar what? Sit your dumb ass down. I swear, I was the biggest hater for like 2.5 seconds. 2.5 seconds, I was the biggest hater and stuff for there. And I'm looking like, because you got up to go get a jar. That's not regular.
No.
But the jar.
One must believe in themselves.
Yo! That's confidence right there. Yo.
I envisioned the fly being caught. And then I caught the fly. Fly catcher.
Yo, that's some different kind of confidence. You know, it reminded me, I remember I seen this guy.
Yeah.
He was in a mall. So I think I can't remember what mall this was. This is a mall in Florida. And there was a piano in like an area. And the guy just like looked over the banister to go look at something. He's like, there's a piano. I should go play something. I'm like, the random stranger. Like,
right.
Fuck are you? Who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Whatever, right? So I bobbed and weaved into like some other store or something like that with whoever I was with.
Yeah.
And then eventually you're hearing the piano keys go to work, whatever.
Right.
And it's the guy. And he's there, and he's out gathering a little small crowd
gathering, right?
I was like, who the? You know what? I can't even be mad at it no more.
You can't.
Like, the man looked over like this, like, that's a piano? I should play the piano. I'm like, this guy's a pompous bastard to even say it out loud, whatever, right?
Yeah.
I was like, he went down there, handled the shit like Rain Man. I couldn't even be mad at it, whatever.
That's dope.
You handled the shit like Rain Man. I couldn't be mad at it, whatever. I was like, this guy Smooth is wilding out in these streets, and the next thing you know, he actually get like, you know what I mean? Humble myself and shut the hell up. So yeah, man. How are you this Sunday?
I'm good, man. I just want to, before we get started, shout out to Dwayne Morgan and a really successful When Brothers Speak show. This was like the 25th show, man. I think that's really, really dope. He brought together a real good bunch of poets, and they all did their thing, man. So shout out to you. Shout out to the rest of the poets who performed that night. It was dope. It's a dope show, man. It's dope.
Yeah. So Sean William, is that his name? The brother that came on last?
Yes, I believe so.
He made like let me say this. The other poets, look, they did their thing, and I appreciated them and stuff for it. But I want to say that, like, I think his thing kind of rocked and resonated with me. I don't know, because, him not being from Toronto, him coming from, like, not
There's a lot of
being from here.
similarities y'all shared, right? Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like that, our sons and stuff like that, whatever. So like he salute to him and stuff, and his Grammy nomination.
Yes.
For his poetry slam.
Yes.
Like, yeah, I'm not mad at that, brother, man. That was fine talent and stuff last night.
That's dope.
Fine talent. I think the thing and stuff that kind of got me was the piece where he was talking about, because I was talking about the other day. But it wasn't a Sean Williams portion. It was Nigel.
Okay.
When we first got in, and the brother Nigel and stuff was doing his piece, and when he was talking about like traumatized man and battered man and stuff, and going through the world, with him and the other brother and stuff, having a conversation about with your women.
Right.
I was looking at stuff. I'm like, yeah, this is a lot of conversations not really having,
not being had
and stuff, whatever. So then when Sean Williams brought it back and stuff, saying like, yo, when your homie breaks up with his girl, like, do you go over there watching like some gangster flicks to be like, yo, there's more, bitches in the market, or fishes in the sea,
yeah.
like us as men, we don't really champion circles and stuff like that, whatever, right? So it's kind of like a woman's healing process and stuff, whatever. It looks like a fucking cruise, and a man's process and stuff, whatever, looks like somebody's about to get shot the fuck up,
right?
Like it just. I'm like, it's so true.
Yeah.
It was so true. I'm like, I've been saying that for months and years and stuff on the show.
Something that we champion.
To somebody I don't know and knew of and stuff, is still talking about it in another part of the world and stuff like that. It's very true. Like, it's miles away from each other and stuff, whatever, right? So I'm like, yes, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
Man.
What I think what was dope was that men got to see men being vulnerable and sharing it, and knowing that it's a safe space for it to be shared. And I think more safe spaces need to be created like that.
Yeah. It was something serious and stuff, whatever. It was a proper show. I wasn't really expecting it to be like that.
Right.
But I kind of liked how everything turned out and stuff. And salute to the winner who won their raffle ticket and stuff.
Yeah.
And the DJ was amazing, man.
He was on point, man.
The DJ, he's like, yo, we can't see you, gotta come on down. The Price is Right came on.
Dude.
And they running down. I was like,
it looked like the show for real when he was coming down and the music was playing.
I was like, yo, this shit is lit. I was like, I'm not mad at it, whatever. But yeah, salute, man. Salute. Up the roots. Yeah, we can definitely rock again for another time. Yeah, man. Everything is everything, man. Oh, well, getting ready for like this little winter break run, whatever the hell. Dark days of winter budgets are coming to certain folks who don't spend the money for like the PlayStations and the other gifts, and Christmas time, people don't play games.
It's a coming.
So yeah, man, let's get to the proceedings, shall we? Have a little dender, shall we?
So what the polls saying?
So, first of the polls, let me actually find this thing real quick. Here we go. First poll of the week was, what is your go-to app? Out of the options, the people had to choose TikTok, the Meta franchise, that includes IG, Facebook, WhatsApp,
right,
YouTube, and Reddit. And the whopping winner out of all of those was YouTube at 44%.
Okay.
Talk to things. First of all, YouTube is the best app in the world. Changed my mind, so you can tell where I avoided.
I've been a steadfast YouTube user from when like it wasn't even a popular thing. Like you could just jump on there and there was nothing called advertisements. Like you just watch straight videos.
I created two online businesses off the model of YouTube. Goes to show you and stuff like that. YouTube was that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it is that kind of program, app, right? It's a force to be reckoned with. I mean, like if you don't, I feel like Google made the smartest choice by buying it.
Yeah.
So, and it's a force to just keep going and stuff, whatever. I think YouTube, I told you, YouTube and stuff, whatever, like they might get me. They might get me, man. They might get me. I was looking like
you're looking into it now. You look at
they got me dangling and stuff. Like they already want to do this subscription thing and stuff. Whatever. I look at stuff like, yo, YouTube. Like somebody has to change my mind. Like I look at stuff as like, all right. not to deviate and stuff, whatever, but I feel like subscription-wise,
right.
I have no problem saying YouTube can take my bread and stuff the way how heavy I fuck with YouTube.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I want to say I don't fuck with IG that heavy and stuff. So now when I'm seeing people like, pay for subscriptions.
Yeah.
Pay for a such and such page of subscriptions and stuff like that. I'm like, that means you gotta pay individual for it?
Right.
Or is there like a IG premium package?
And then you get
everybody who does a subscription. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
YouTube, they're looking like, yo, you get a subscription, no limits, no commercials.
Right.
Say less.
Say less.
Yo.
Say less.
So that's what I look at it. I'm like, yo, from cooking tips to how to survive prison tips. I was like,
it's and if you're in the and for those in the US, it hasn't hit Canada yet, but people are, watching like regular TV on their YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't need anything else at that point.
Nah, man. So YouTube came in and stuff with 44%.
Okay, YouTube.
How you feel about Meta and stuff, like the Meta world? Like, I know you're an OG Facebook banger today and stuff like that, whatever. Like the IG. I don't really have social media. I don't have social media besides IG. No, I'm lying. And I have a TikTok, which I rarely even touch.
Right.
But I look at it and stuff as where I would rock with IG and stuff, probably app-wise on phone, probably third.
Okay.
My Spotify, because I listen to so much music.
Right.
Spotify would probably be number one. YouTube would be second. Then I might put IG and stuff as third for me. What are your top 3 apps?
My top 3 would be YouTube, followed by IG, and then TikTok has now surpassed my IG usage.
Okay.
So I would say YouTube, TikTok, and then IG. I think with Meta going into that whole model of putting everything under one umbrella, I kind of rocked with it at first, because doing what we do and me uploading videos, I'm posting one video here, and then it kind of hits like if I post on IG, it'll hit the Facebook. If I want it to, it'll hit the WhatsApp. I don't really do any of the promotion stuff on the WhatsApp, so it's really just IG and then Facebook. Within the last, so when I started physically started promoting online and paying for promotions and stuff like that, I would buy spots on IG, but then they would bounce over on Facebook, right? Now it doesn't work like that, which is Meta, that's messed up, man. Because I can still post on Facebook, right? Or post on the Meta platform. It'll hit Facebook and IG. The same post, one post will hit both. But if I want to promote, I got to pay to promote on separate.
Awesome.
That's the hustle. At one time, when I paid, it would go to both. Now I got to pay for each one.
But that's what I'm saying. I think I feel like a good portion or population of the world has to understand this stuff. When they say the best things in life are free, whatever you have for free, enjoy the fuck out of it.
Yes.
You have to. Because I look at this stuff as it's only a matter of time before it's not.
For sure.
Right? Like, I remember specifically, like it was I think when it came to PlayStation. When it came to PlayStation stuff for me, I would play online and stuff, whatever, with a smile.
Right.
Play online, go all in the above. And I remember this was Call of Duty. So say this Modern Warfare 1. And I think a lot of people on Xbox was already paying for their online thing.
Right.
And I had an issue with Xbox because Xbox, they had a DVD player within the Xbox.
Right.
But you need the remote just to use the DVD player.
Right.
So I'm like, Xbox is already teething there. So I'm like, what we're not going to do is that, because with PlayStation, you can run the DVDs with the regular controller.
Yeah.
So I looked at it, so I was like, all right, this would be a freebie run for oh so long and everything. And it's still kind of going good, but now people don't fuck with DVDs. But then other things and stuff like the online play was always free on PlayStation and stuff for a period of time. Then they're like, oh, well, if you do a PlayStation Plus now, you get these access features and you get smoother connection and stuff like that. Now you have no choice.
You have no choice.
Exactly. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I look at it stuff as that even if YouTube and stuff is free now, who's just like specific parts? Who's to say they can just say like, yo, you know what? The access are shit. This is what it is.
Right.
Because I mean, look at stuff like Tidal. I mean, when Tidal came in the game, Tidal was an app and stuff, whatever, just like straight from the jump.
Yeah.
You want to play a song? We might give you like 5 samplers. It's a wrap.
That's it.
You need to pay to play. So,
well, I think the
people should prepare though.
I think the YouTube model, I think that'll be around for a while because even with you're starting to see like Netflix is starting to look into that where
the cheaper subscription.
You know, the cheaper subscription, but it's gonna come with commercials, right? YouTube is they're saying, okay, you don't gotta pay it, but you're gonna watch these commercials. Once you pay, you're commercial free. So I think, you know, that will just, if you don't mind the commercials, then you'll probably that model will probably be around for a while. How long? I don't know, because it's all commerce at the end of the day. If they're not making that much money off the commercial side of things, then yes, it's gonna be a subscription base all the way through. They're in it to make money.
It's a hustle, it's a business, right? So I mean, I don't know. But back to this app thing, I feel like, yeah, YouTube, they got me. And I feel like YouTube, they get a good portion of the people and stuff too. I think the TikTok stuff, I don't want to say it's resonating with the younger people, but I want to say like it started with them, but it's just the same thing like Facebook.
Yeah.
Because you probably had older adults and stuff that was kind of denying the whole going online thing till they end up rocking with Facebook. And right now, currently, that's all they fuck with is Facebook and stuff. Right?
Facebook started off on the college campus, right? So it was the young people that were using it first.
Right. And then the old people and stuff got to it. So it's like how those Facebook people are now the older people and stuff to the TikTok kids.
Right.
And it's the teenagers, because there's so many TikTok, like I want to say, influencers, superstars and stuff, whatever. I can't even keep up with it.
You can't.
I couldn't tell you who is who and who's what for what, whatever, but I know they're great in their own retrospective in their own world, right?
Yeah.
Like Kai Sennett, I understand I had to put some respect on this kid's name, but I'm looking like, people just watch you live.
Yeah, pretty much.
That shit, they just watch you live.
Pretty much.
And you're this big, whatever, right? And I'm looking, I was like, I wouldn't want nobody that much of my personal space like that, like camera game and stuff like that. But I look at like, there's chicks out here actually sleeping, and dudes are like paying to watch her sleep. So I was looking like,
I don't think I'll ever get that, but it's out there and it's happening.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
where do you see like Twitter in this whole thing? You know what I mean? Because it wasn't pretty much talked about, or was losing its steam before Elon got it. Then when Elon got it and, you know, started offending a lot of people started dropping off of that platform as well. And it's not, you don't really hear it being mentioned as much. I mean, it's still got its users, but it doesn't seem to have like that fire at that, like the one time.
No, I don't even, to me, I was never really a Twitter type of person anyway.
Right.
So most of the luster and stuff of Twitter, I feel like I never really needed to get into Twitter.
Right.
Because a lot of the stuff from Twitter ended back up on Instagram.
Right.
So eventually it will come to IG before it'd probably be like a day or two. That's just there like instantaneously now.
Yeah.
And I think there's ways you can just connect both of them and stuff there. So some people might post on Twitter and be like, do you want to post or share on Instagram as well?
Right.
So it's a double whammy and stuff, whatever, right? Twitter or X, I feel like right now, Lex Luthor is doing what he can to shut this shit down.
Right.
And I feel like it's only a matter of time and stuff, whatever, before it's just going to go to the wayside world and stuff, whatever. And at first, I was upset at Elon.
Yeah.
But then now I looked at it and stuff, it's like, well, this is what happens when you create a power, like a billionaire with money, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Villains are born.
Yeah.
You know, so I look at it stuff as where villains gonna do villain shit. You shouldn't really flinch.
I mean,
you want to stop the villain, get your money up.
I mean,
or if you can't do it, if one can't do it, Let our powers combine and try and stop in the collective and stuff.
Right.
This man went on TV and stuff in that interview and said, "Fuck Disney." Not screw it. They bleeped that shit out. Fuck Disney. You know, go fuck yourself. And then he made it to an acronym.
Right. Yeah.
I was like, GFY. He said GFY. I was like, he didn't flinch. And the guy's like, well, Elon, tyranny. What you talking about? Like, so what? So like, this Lex Luthor being Lex Luthor.
Yeah, that's Lex Luthor. He being Lex Luthor.
So I was like, should it shock you? This goes back to the whole optimistic, pessimistic, nihilistic point of view.
Right.
I don't expect him to be any better.
Not at this point, no. He showed you who he is. That's it. You got to just believe him. You got to believe him at this point.
Yeah, so the twit wouldn't be in my running. I think the thing is of a lot of things is that when they came to the Reddit, the reason why the Reddit was chosen is because for a period of time, people loved Tumblr until it got absorbed and stuff into Reddit. Right. And then with Reddit now, damn near anything goes and stuff, whatever, too.
Right.
It's its own kind of shadow realm.
Right, yeah.
So I always looked at stuff as like, when I'm not really that much of a Reddit user.
Yeah.
But when I look at Reddit, there's nothing you can't find on Reddit.
Nah.
And that's a scary thing.
Yeah.
Because I look at it I'm like,
there's a community for everything.
So that's why I was looking, I'm like, yo, is FBI watching Reddit? Because I'm looking, I'm like, you guys talking about child, like, human trafficking and stuff on these other platforms and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
Boss.
Yeah, no, they got full-on groups.
It's a different land than Reddit.
They got full-on groups.
Yeah,
and not groups.
Yeah,
and you'll find subgroups within groups.
Yes.
Yeah. That's how deep the rabbit hole goes over at Reddit.
So that's why I was like, I'm like, okay, all right. Thank you to our safe people who didn't participate in the Reddit choices.
And remember, you can catch us on most of those platforms.
Yeah. And Reddit, I don't know you. Reddit. We bump into each other, we don't know each other.
We don't know each other.
What happens on Reddit stays in Reddit. The next poll was, do men low-key want a crazy woman? And 75% said yes.
75% said yes.
Boss.
How's amongst the 25%? I didn't think we were going to be that low.
Let's fight for our life.
I didn't think we were going to be that low.
I'm like, yo. Why? Okay. But now, let's unpackage this. Why do you think a woman would say yes? No, let's start with a man. Why do you think a man would say yes, he low-key want a crazy woman?
The only thing I can think of is like somebody who wants like excitement in their life.
Go to Casino Rama. Gotta understand. That's a free commercial for y'all.
It's the only thing I can understand, Mom. I can't think of why you would want somebody who's crazy. What do you got? What do you got?
So I know some dudes and stuff, whatever, that are into toxic behaviors and stuff of women.
Right.
Like I look at it stuff as, okay, so let's break it down to like on the side. Do you have a toxic behavior do you like a toxic behavior that a woman would exhume or do?
Nah.
Nothing at all.
I don't know.
Like put some thought to this and stuff, whatever. If I start listing out some things and I see your eyebrow like twitch, whatever. I'm gonna
listen. Let me twitch.
Do you like women and stuff that would speak to you like dirty or like, let's say like, I want to say like a heavy type, like you look at them, grab your balls or like grab your dick and do some things to it. Cause that's not ladylike behavior, quote unquote.
It's not ladylike behavior. And if she's always like that, no.
But that's what I'm saying. Like
if she's always like that, no. If it comes out like every once in a while, you know what I mean? Like, like a role playing type of deal, then okay. But if you're gonna talk to me like that 24/7, I sound like you're too aggressive. But some people are like that. Yeah, some
people like aggressive women. That's what I'm saying. Like I look at it stuff as where I don't really want a woman and stuff where it feels super shy. Like she feels super shy and timid.
That I don't want. Yeah, that I don't want.
I like a woman and stuff that kind of just knows and stuff, but just let me know the deal. Like, what do you want? Do you want me? Right? If we get into this want and needs convo, you like on a need thing.
Right.
I like on a want thing. Because I want to know if like you're digging me, you're into me, you're whatever the hell and stuff, whatever, right? I'm not saying I'm looking for these things, but it's kind of like, yo, if a woman's like, yo, I just want to sit on, I just want to ride it. And I was like, oh shit. You're not supposed to be talking like that.
I like a nice girl with a side of freak.
Nice girl's an entree with a little side of freak?
A little side of freak.
Just a little side of freak? You want like a nice girl with like a heavy side of freak?
Yeah, I think a little side of freak will do.
Okay. And that's why I feel like, I think with the aggression and the possible toxic thing, some people just like correlate it to crazy.
Yeah.
Right? Because I know a lot of women say that they don't like when guys call them crazy and stuff like that and use that word. But then you gotta know there's some women out here that's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Like that lady who put on Pampers and drove state across state to go.
I never heard of such lady.
I don't know if the dude was cheating on her or something like that, but she put on like one of those Depend Pampers.
Okay.
So she didn't have to stop to use the washroom.
Mm-hmm.
And she drove state to state to go do whatever. It's like
to catch the dude cheating?
Nuts, right?
This woman with a goal. I mean, NASCAR drivers wear diapers. like I don't know what you want from me. She had a purpose in mind. Because she stopped too like. There's some planners out here.
Right? There's some planners.
So if the ladies looking at stuff, it's like, yo, if I stop the way I stop and use toilet and everything like that, it might shave off some time. You might not be able to catch him in the act.
Yeah.
Let me sever these things by getting ahead.
But at what point do you change your depends?
Gas stations.
Because
you can set the pump thing, do the little trigger.
Right.
And she had a diaper on with a skirt.
Oh, yeah,
so it's kind of like, meanwhile, she hit the trigger thing to kind of hold and pump, whatever.
She just dropped the diaper.
Come here, I'm reloading. And then bam, she's gone. So it was like a straight NASCAR pit stop. Like, move, go. Boom. Pretty much. And they gas up in those processes, right? Ask me they want them something to drink and all that, right? You gotta be efficient.
Reload.
So I look at it and I was like, that one, that's still a crazy ass woman to me. I'm not gonna doubt that. But I just look at it and I was like,
she was crazy and prepared.
I think the possible crazy I thought from men would like was quote unquote, they were saying some women stuff with daddy issues or some kind of issues and stuff, mental issues.
Yeah.
We write them off as crazy. And then they always say mentally unstable chicks ride the dick the most. Chicks with a deep down past, past,
right,
ride the dick the best. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo.
With a little aggression.
A little aggression and all that type of stuff. And I was looking like, what? And then I started seeing it for myself. I was like, sign anonymous, because I don't know. No, because it's really true.
I'm dying. Help me.
Because I don't know who said it at first.
Water. Oh.
No, because I don't know who said it at first. Do you know who said it?
I have no
Anonymous.
Clue who said it. It's anonymous.
Anonymous has hit it on the mark.
Yeah.
But I don't want that. I like a healed and evolved woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just be like, yo, again, has like an off and on switch to master some shit, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like the Hulk. Let's look at the thing about Marvel real quick. We gonna get back to fucking Marvel.
Okay, we
gonna get back to Marvel. But look at the Hulk. When the Hulk was able to master the anger shit, it's dope because it's kind of like it's one light switch flick.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, boom, I got this and stuff, whatever. Now to kind of gear up to it, might get too long.
Right.
Now, if you're with a woman and stuff for her, you can just be like, yo, some of that crazy dick riding skill stuff can come out when she hasn't mastered and everything like that. So say like, you guys get into something like, let's say pre-game kissing or something like that. And you guys get to the bedroom. Does she like,
just turn it on?
One Thanos snap.
One Thanos snap.
Bam. It's on. Snap. Be like, oh shit, you were so stable earlier today.
Right. With the glasses. You took the glasses off?
Right. So that I dig.
Yeah.
That aspect of stuff I dig and stuff for there. But again, a lot of people I always feel like they kind of correlate the mental into issues and stuff like that as part of crazy. And then they say mental unstable chicks. do that and stuff, whatever. But I feel like a lot of women now just wrote it off and stuff, whatever, because the ones who quote unquote feel like they're sane and they're not crazy, but just write off and stuff like, of course men like crazy chicks. What's wrong with men? They're so stupid.
They're dumb.
That part. That's why I feel like a lot of, and I feel like we know a ton of our listeners and stuff is a good portion of women and stuff too.
Right.
We appreciate you, ladies.
We love you, ladies.
Hello, ladies.
Thank you.
But then I just look at it stuff as like, yeah, because I don't understand why would a guy say he would want a crazy chick? Like, I heard some young boy talking some wild shit one day. He's like, if I don't break up with a chick back and forth and stuff, I feel like she don't care. What?
Young boy knowledge. It's gotta be. I don't get that.
I'm an adult. If we break up once, we break up once for good.
For good.
Okay? I don't do this double dutching and stuff like that, whatever. Like, yo, right. I'll give you 100% when I'm with you.
Yeah.
It's not good enough for you. Vamonos. You go your way, I go my way. We call it a day. It's not about like, hey, we broke up last week. Are we back together this week? Are you high?
This is the logic that's going around with the youngins.
So we led them astray then. We have to take accountability that we led them astray, because where in their peon brain would allow them to even take that in, even if they had to ask the elders or their parents about this and just allow it. Because I look at it, stuff from older people stuff don't want to talk to these kids. Yeah. So if they don't want to talk to these kids, they're not going to bestow these kids with this knowledge, and they're going to look at this shit is acceptable.
Well, also, so it's what they see, right? It's like, I mean, we grew up in a generation where mom and dad would fight, but if they really wanted to stick it out, they would stick it out, right?
Okay.
Or if they didn't stick it out and it was a single mom or a single pops, they were very selective who they brought into their world.
Correct.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like that no more.
You don't think so?
Nah, I think like single women, their seats might see 4 or 5 dudes by the time they reach 18. Single men, listen, I had this, no names, but this friend's daughter was like, dude, got hit, her father got in a car accident, right?
Okay.
And called her to come pick him up. And when she went to go pick him up, she said he was with this trashy looking woman. And she was like, that's all my pops knows. So I'm like, yo, like when you say that, and I'm like, as a girl, right? And you see your father with just only trashy women, what does that tell you, or what does that say to you? You know what I mean? Like, what kind of image, what kind of message does that give to you? So that's what I'm saying. It's like,
what did she say to that?
She didn't. Well, I didn't ask her. I was just like, that's something like I'm thinking in my head. But I would have
asked her.
You know what? I can always ask them.
I would have asked because my thing and stuff is I want to know like their perspective and stuff from seeing somebody so close.
Right.
Like we can look at, like, say, I don't know, the person next in line to be God as the greatest person and stuff, and we don't know them.
Right.
Like in close proximity, but in somebody close proximity stuff probably doesn't seem like the alcoholic nights, the nights they spent training, the nights they spent staying up, you know, they say God don't sleep.
Right.
And all this type of stuff for them. So they can see like the worst of an individual and stuff. That's why when I hear behind every great man is like a great woman or something like that, whatever, I'm like, she probably don't see some shit.
Yeah. I wouldn't doubt
if this person is this great and they done climb to some levels and stuff together,
right? Then
yeah, she probably done seen some shit. So as I'm saying, like, if you seen your father only with trashy type of women,
yeah,
you probably done seen some shit and stuff, whatever. And then like, do you correlate like what? That do you consider your mother trashy and stuff like that, whatever? Because if this is all your father knew, your mom is what, the one good one in the mix or something like that? Like, or did your mom have a like so many questions?
So many questions, right? And that's what I'm saying. It's like, yo, they're seeing stuff like that. It's a different time, right? Like,
my father told me about, like, he said, rest his soul, the man said, you should always have 3 chicks. A man should always have 3 chicks.
Okay, let's get into the wisdom. Let's get into the wisdom of this. Right?
He said it he said just like a Clint Eastwood movie,
right? The good, the bad, and the ugly.
bad, and the ugly.
Shit.
And R.I.P. Uncle Bunny too and stuff for that. They confirmed it.
Right.
So my father's like, yo, you always have to have that good girl, because that good girl and stuff, whatever, is kind of like, you know what? For imagery's sake and stuff, whatever, she can always polish you up and probably motivate you to kind of do better. Your bad girl and stuff like that. He's like, and I guess part of the crazy type of thing would be the bad,
right.
Like, you know, but like she has more of a rider, kind of like a wild side and stuff for her, like Unchained. Yeah. And some people kind of like that Unchained, like unhinged thing. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the ugly chick, and he said the ugly chick and stuff, whatever. Like, ugly chicks do anything for handsome people or handsome men.
Yeah, got a point.
He's like, she's just happy that she's at the plate. She was on the bench.
Batter up.
Yeah, but no, you finally gave her a shot. Yeah. And he's like, yo, and then he's like, and then Uncle Bunny was saying like, yo, he's like, you can call him with some fuckery thing anytime and stuff. And he's like, watch here. Man, pulled out his phone, called lady. It's like 11. Say it's like almost midnight, whatever. Right, it's like during the week. Like, I don't think it's a weekend. It's like probably like a Wednesday or Thursday or some shit like that, whatever. He called, and the man called the chick, and he said some fuckery things. You know the chick who he called. Well, I'll tell you later. But the man said, yo, just want to just come by and, you know, put my balls on your body. I was like, what? You want to teabag this lady? First of all, he's an older man. Yes. So their older man say he want to teabag somebody. Like, you older, you get your balls dropped lower and shit. So the imagery was already fucking with my head.
He ain't got far to put him.
It was already messing with my head and stuff, whatever. And then the lady responds and stuff, whatever. She's like, so what time you coming? And I was like, what? And he's like, it's all come. I'll call you back. And then I laugh, my father laughed, and they're looking at like, and he's like, yo, these kids, they take this for a joke. They're pointing at me.
Point
like,
at you, right?
Kids,
Rookie,
yeah. You only have one woman? I was like, yeah, that's all I need is one woman. Like, yeah, idiot. Yo, they're like, yo, you need 3. So I looked at my father right then and there. I'm like, yo, where was my mother in this so-called equation of yours? He's like, your mother's a bad girl. I say, yo.
And then he thought about it.
And I thought about it. Yeah, so as I'm saying, like, to your friend with the whole trashy thing and stuff, whatever, I seen the caliber of women that my father was around. Right, when he was alive. Yeah. And I looked at it and stuff, and much as like his history and all the above, that what I know of, I looked at it and stuff and was like, yeah, I can definitely confirm my mother was the bad one in his equation. Right. If he always kept that 3 on roster and everything like that, clearly it's to say why him and my mother weren't together. Right. Because she's looking like, this guy has 3 women. Right, yeah. I just want to be the only woman in his world. Yeah. This is not for me. Walk away.
Get rid of the good and the ugly.
Walk away. Yeah. Some of them and stuff, whatever, they just realize, like, you know, I guess, like, oh, this woman's crazy. She might try to kill me. I heard one dude's like, yo, this chick try to stab me. You know, I want to make sure she's able to fight for me. That I know she's into me and everything like that. What if she fuck you up till you can't walk away from it? Now you're in the hospital, you're in a wheelchair in regrets? Yeah. Nah, just walk away when you can.
But this is what I'm saying. Even when your moms and pops split, right? And you spent most of the time with your moms, you ain't seen no multiple men.
No. With my mother, I can confirm and stuff, whatever. Throughout the course of my life, me being almost 40 now, I want to say probably 4, including my father, 4.
And this is what I'm saying. These kids are seeing 4 men before they even reach the age of 5. It's a different time, man. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
So are you saying like the women aren't protecting their babies like that?
Nah, they're not. These kids are being exposed to a lot of shit. It's not like one time where it's like, women used to tell you, no, yo, can I come over? No, I'm not ready for you to meet my kids to see or anything like that. I don't want that type of imagery. Mm-hmm. Now?
But I feel like even times now, and I'm not making excuses with the word enabling anything, but I look at it as where, yo, a lot of things, like a lot of relationships get hyper accelerated during these times. Right. Pandemic included, inflation included, and all that type of stuff. Like I heard somebody was telling me like, yo, they just really want to move in with a guy as a woman. She said she just want to move in with a guy who she can actually dig and help pay half her bills. Yeah. So I'm looking at something, I'm like, it doesn't sound like you want to just build before. It sounds like this is what your goal is.
Right.
So like you're looking to just jump in the fray, whatever, right? Now, that one in particular doesn't have kids, whatever, but I look at it stuff as where there's other women and stuff who might have kids and looking like, yo, they're drowning.
Yeah.
Codependency is real.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I can, like I said, I can understand by the times.
Yeah.
Why it would seem like that, but I would still hope, like maybe because I probably date caliber type of women.
I think that's what it is, though.
Possibly because like I just thought that, to me, I just thought that was a norm. So when you're telling me like, yo, there's women that's like, nah, fuck it, let the gates go now. I'm really looking at the other women and stuff too, because I look at it stuff as like, I really don't want to meet your kids unless I know it's a short shot.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
If I feel it's a short shot, whatever, then I look at them like, yeah, all right. I'll talk to you. You tell me you got like 2 kids and stuff, whatever. Okay, cool. But if you're telling me like, oh, come by and stuff, whatever, blah, 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 the city's going to take him and stuff, whatever, like, yo, jump in the whip.
Yo, there's a video going around right now with this, it looked like a family function.
Okay.
And dude's got his camera phone out. And he's there. And he's grinding on, just bubbling on some chick, grinding on this chick.
Oh, and the little boy came out at the wedding?
Come out of nowhere, like, just like, you know what I mean? And that was the original footage was showing him partnering up and being like mad and stuff.
And he started crying. They showed another.
And then showed another one that like he started crying. I'm like, we just seen that footage. You know what I mean? It's like, what would put us a boy in that predicament to want to stop something like that? Unless if this is something like, you know, maybe he either protective or maybe it's something that
I think he's protective. To me, I think he's protective and stuff, whatever. Like, I don't want to, I'm not downplaying what you're saying and stuff might be wrong.
Right.
But I look at it stuff as that I'm very protective and stuff of like my mom and everything like that too. Yeah. Right. And I look at it stuff as just, I think just in general, because it's like not too many your mama jokes can fly with me.
Right.
Right. I look at it stuff as like, I'm telling my mom earlier, a few minutes ago, my mom was like, my father's quote unquote bad girl, like thugger and everything like that, whatever.
Yeah.
My mom's a saint, okay? Whoever's hearing this, my mother's a saint. So I look at it stuff as like, I don't need nobody trying to break my mom's angelical wings and shit like that, whatever.
Right.
So it's gonna be a natural protection type of thing as a boy, even turn into a man.
Right.
So I kind of get that because now you have this imagery and stuff as this ain't your daddy, to your knowledge.
Right.
And he's out here grinding on your mom. Now your mom can look at stuff as like, yo, we're at a party, it's a wedding. We're just having a good time.
Right.
The kid doesn't understand this concept.
No, of course not.
A lot of kids don't understand these concepts. That's why when some of these brainwashing adults try to force these damn concepts on these kids who don't get these concepts, whatever.
Right.
You know what kind of community I'm talking about, whatever.
Right.
This is it.
Hmm?
You know what I'm saying? Like, to us or to myself, I'll speak for myself, the mother's just having a time at a party, at a function.
And that's what I looked at as, right?
But the little boy, you feel like he's traumatized and stuff? He's seen a lot of,
I feel like
a lot of random dicks at the house?
Or maybe not seen at the house, but knowing of that and not wanting his mom to be like that.
Be part of the fray?
Right.
Yeah, but okay, what if you're a single man trying to date the mom?
Nah, but if you're a single man trying to date the mom, right?
And you know she has a protective son.
But if you know she has a protective son, the first thing is the first thing you're gonna want to do, because the first thing I would do is I'm gonna show that son that I'm a gentleman, first and foremost, right? So I'm gonna introduce myself to him.
I love. Let me prep up my mic. I like how married people talk. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna introduce myself to the son, right? And make sure he doesn't see me as in any light or any way doing anything that may come off disrespectful to him. So then I can build that confidence within him. Show him that I'm a nice guy. I genuinely have feelings for your mom. Mm-hmm. You know, I might see something in the future with your mom. And guess what? I want to have that relationship with you. So you know that not only is your mom okay, but you're going to be okay.
All right. So bring it back to the video now, because you brought the video up now, right? We don't know nothing about past. You now say you're the gentleman
right,
who was dancing with the woman and stuff in the video, right? say you probably exchange words with her at like, let's say the punch table and stuff at this function and everything like that. And you just probably like, you don't see kid near
No, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even think he knew she had a son.
Exactly.
Because he just, like I said, he had his phone in his hand.
Doing this thing.
And he was doing his thing.
And when he saw the kid push him, he never came back.
No.
So that's what I'm saying. I looked at this stuff as like, again, to your knowledge and stuff, whatever. Like, I look at it as like, yeah, I'm an older dude.
Right.
Dating, whatever, right?
Right.
If I'm an older dude dating, and if a woman has a kid, I expect certain women to have a kid. Right?
Right.
But if a woman does not have kids, I'm not going to proceed any kind of different, much less, especially in a setting like that.
Right.
In a setting like that, I probably got offered to come dance with whosoever the hell, and they allow me to dance stuff. And if I'm getting shoved by like, you know, a 6-7-year-old or somebody under double digits and stuff like that, whatever, be like, yo, like, no, it's my mommy and everything like that. Yeah. It's like, my bad. That's why.
And that's the expression dude had on his face. Dude was like, yo, like my bad.
But I can't control whatever they saw before my moment because I don't exactly.
No, you can't.
So I look at this stuff as like, yo, this kids is gonna be overprotective of their parents.
Right.
I just feel like most of the parents and stuff, or most of the women I've dated and stuff who are parents and stuff like that, they're very protective of stuff too. Because even like, there's tons of women I know, and they don't let no random dudes and stuff whatever see their kids. Right. And that's ones I've dated and the ones I don't affiliate with her. So you mean to tell me that outside my mafia, that it gets extra ratchet? Like it's just all downhill?
Is it? That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying all of them, but it's like
a heavy majority?
I think it's switched where you have majority who are looking at that protection type of thing.
Really?
That's now a minority.
Wow. Yeah, most of the time I don't really see any women's kids until I feel like we've built to like a degree.
Yeah, but remember I consider like your age group the cutoff point of that you know, still within that moral scope of what we consider, of what my group would have considered a moral scope. After you, nah.
That's different. I'm gonna start keeping track of it now.
Yeah, and remember, and you don't date under a certain age, so you won't see it.
It's because I'm into older women.
You don't date under a certain age, so you won't see it. Right? The women that you date are still cut from that same cloth.
Caveat.
They're still cut from that same cloth that we're in.
That's the caveat right there. Okay, so that's the reason why I don't see it.
That's why you don't see it.
I interact with a lot of people who are older,
right?
And I interact with people and I date women that are older and stuff than myself.
Yeah.
So fair. I get it. Speaking of women, let's talk about the Marvels.
The who's?
The Marvels.
The what?
The alleged Disney Plus movie about Captain Marvel and I forget her name. Dangers. Carol Danvers. And okay, my question is: do you blame women or men for poor ticket sales for this movie? Because for Disney, for not even Disney, for a Marvel movie, Marvel Cinematic Universal flick, this shit has the worst sales and stuff, whatever, in a long time.
Yeah, it's crazy.
In a long time and stuff, right? Over a month, and they only did like 80 mil here in North America.
Yeah.
And I think worldwide and stuff, whatever, maybe like 120 mil.
Yeah.
So who do you blame? Because I look at it stuff as where
I actually blame Marvel.
You blame Marvel?
I blame Marvel.
You don't blame men, you don't blame
Marvel
women?
And Disney. And the reason why I don't say I blame the women, because
they're supposed to support their own.
They're supposed to support
there's 3
their own.
women. There's a black woman.
They're supposed to support their own, right? But at the end of the day, I can't expect women to get into something that they were never traditionally into, right? So if you were like never into let me make my point. If you were never really into like comics or anything like that, now just because there's more representation in it, am I expecting you to go and champion? Like, there's some shit that there's some shit that I won't champion because they're not and not because they're black people or black people doing it. If I don't champion it, I just don't champion it, right? And I'm looking at like those Wonder Woman comic books. It was never. would think it was ever like a shitload of women buying Wonder Woman comics. It was just men buying women or boys buying Wonder Woman comics. But there was a decent storyline, decent plot to that shit. Now it's just Pandorama.
So you think that this Marvel aspect and stuff, whatever, where this is Pandorama?
It's just Pandorama. There's no good storylines behind any of it. So it's like, why would I want to go watch that?
So to me, I feel like they dropped the ball. Like if I'm still gonna blame women.
Right.
The reason I say I blame women and stuff for that is because I look at it stuff is where if you're a man, going back to your theory, you're a man and you don't really rock with women's sports and stuff like that.
Right.
But you've been watching men's sports. They automatically default you, like, if you watch men's sports, why don't you watch women's sports and stuff, whatever? You're a sexist.
Right.
So I look at it stuff as like, you can't ask me to watch something I've never watched before.
You can't.
Or I've never rocked with before.
You can't.
And you can't cuss me, but that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. And it's the same thing stuff with going back to that.
Right.
That people are still doing that. Now, I blame Marvel because the Disney Plus thing, what they're trying to do with the series to play into the show, like, I don't like that theory. Right. I like the theory and stuff where, like, okay, you see, once you got to Doctor Strange, I call him Strange, you know?
Yeah.
And the whole Strange universe thing, the multiverse, have a version of Earth that fucks with the X-Men. And they don't interact with the Avengers. Right. Have a version that fucks with Captain Marvel and don't fuck with, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And all that type of stuff, whatever. This is like after the Thanos snap. Because we're not proving now. We have multiverse,
right?
Multi-universes and stuff, whatever. So now show me where this shit will kind of line up. Because they haven't done an X-Men movie in a minute.
Nah.
Right? So I was looking at stuff, I was like, or Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. So I'm looking at stuff, I was like, you now want me to watch a Disney Plus thing to kind of play catch up to say, now I can take in this movie and understand this movie.
Right.
And this movie has no correlation to like the Thanos snap or any one of the other movies and stuff like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get it.
That's part of the stuff where I blame Marvel and everything like that. But I look at it stuff as where, again, there's thousands of times stuff where certain women do certain type of things and they look for the support of men for this, for just cause. Just cause the storyline, like you said, is asinine as shit.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? Because I look at it as like, you gotta watch Secret Agent. Is that what it is? The one with Samuel Jackson and with the green people.
Secret Agent.
And everything like that, whatever. With the squirrel people.
Yeah.
To understand this movie.
Right.
I didn't watch that.
It was like somebody was, I can't remember. Was it the first Mrs. Marvel that came out?
First Captain Marvel?
First Captain Marvel came out. Someone was telling me, "Oh no, you gotta go and watch the one that was in black and white."
WandaVision?
The WandaVision. She said, no, you gotta. Oh no, sorry, it wasn't. It was the Doctor Strange.
Okay.
The last Doctor Strange that came out. Right? They said, no, you gotta watch WandaVision first.
Oh, because the Red Witch was in the multiverse in this one. Yeah,
so it's like you gotta watch it to understand. It's like. But I don't want
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. The trash storyline and stuff, whatever, is what ruined this, I guess, or led up to this Miss Marvel not being a banger.
Right.
Because if you gave us one Captain Marvel movie before the Thanos snap.
Okay.
If you gave me 2 Captain Marvel, or even 3 Captain Marvel movies before the Thanos snap,
right,
then that's fine. Because remember, I said to you and stuff, I'm like, yo, this heifer got all these powers. She left the planet after the Thanos snap. I'm over here fighting battles and stuff over on this side of the galaxy. Heifer, you were born here. Come back home. So that's what I'm saying.
This man about to snap everything in the galaxy.
He did snap everything. This is after the snap. In the beginning of the last Endgame shit, whatever, she's I'm here fighting, like, come home. We lost half our population. Yeah. Fuck you, me. We need you. Yeah. Your family might have needed you and everything like that. You get what I'm saying? So I'm looking at stuff like, if they gave us like 2 or 3, like you see, like they gave you Iron Man 1, 2, 3 before Thanos snap.
Right.
They gave you like Captain America, a few movies and stuff with the regular one, Winter Soldier. before Thanos. Lead me up to some shit.
Lead up to that shit.
Now, after the Thanos snap, I got to pick up the pieces and stuff and be like, what the fuck does this storyline correlate now?
Yeah.
Like, how does this work now?
No, just go watch the shows on the Disney
We're not
Plus.
doing that, whatever, because Disney Plus trying to get my damn money like that. Yeah, heifers. Nah.
Yeah, but I think, and it's just like I was saying, though, it's like the movie not getting any support from women is one thing. But typically, like, people will wait to get reviews and say, okay, this movie was this, that. Like, I've not heard anybody with anything good to say about this movie to make me want to say, hey, let me go and see what they're talking about.
Crickets. I tell everybody, you cannot spell Marvel without Marv.
Yeah.
I have zero motivation to watch this movie.
But just even think of going back to like Game of Thrones, right?
Okay.
Typically, adventures in fantasy stuff like that, we typically associate like the genre being like men for men and stuff like that, right? Like they would be into more of that stuff. You have some women who are into that too, but you would think more or less the majority of it would be men. But the storyline was so friggin' riveting, and people were it was word of mouth that really brought that shit to life. Because everybody would talk. It was like water cooler talk. And now women are like, yo, I want to go see this. They see it, the storyline drags them in. It's like you need something to drag. If it ain't dragging you in, who you expect to watch it?
Well, I feel like when you have shows like that, right? Like you have to have eye candy for women.
Right.
Like I look at stuff, if you're gonna sell a story for a Game of Thrones situation and stuff, where like I'm not into men. Right. So, but like I think some women,
no, but I see where you get. I see where
some women would like Jon Snow's Kit Harington. Yeah, Kit Harington. They might look at him as like a sex symbol or whoever the hell. I'm pretty sure. Rob Stark, like he was in like the Eternals and all that, some other type of stuff and some love story shit. And so like they look at him as like a heartthrob type of dude and stuff, whatever. So
right.
Him playing these roles, they might catch the women and stuff like for that aspect.
So maybe that's
Brie Larson is attractive. I'm not saying Brie Larson is attractive. And even like the black chick that I seen and stuff in the preview, whatever.
Yeah.
She looks hot too.
Yeah. I
look at this, but I'm just like, I'm not gonna spend money for women when there's internet porn for free. Like, I don't understand. Like, I just look at it as like, sell me the story. And if I have to, and that's what I'm saying, it's the story aspect and stuff that can kind of get me in possibly. But I mean, I'm not, like I said, the Captain Marvel saga, it just needed a better kind of launch. And I feel like it would have set this up a little bit more. Because do you care about a She-Hulk now?
No.
Disney Plus. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Lokis. Did you watch the Lokis?
Nah.
Disney Plus.
And I
WandaVision.
Like I just never got it. WandaVision I watched. WandaVision I watched.
All of them.
Yeah, I watched that. I watched that.
That's good. That's good. And I'm just, like I said, speaking for myself, I just never really taken those in and stuff for that because I look at something. Give me the movie.
But you know what? You made a very interesting point. If they had like, even if it was like the villain that was like a star male character that like all the women gush over, they probably would have had more attendance.
I mean, the Thor dude, Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's probably the reason why they constantly. I'm not saying they constantly chose him, but I look at it stuff as where is it Thor, Love and Thunder?
Yeah, that was the last one.
Yeah, I was looking at him like, what are we doing? But it's like you want to give a love story to it and stuff, whatever, right?
Right.
Because I was looking at him like, yo, they shafted Natalie Portman and stuff out of nowhere. I was like, all right, well, fuck it. But then they brought it back and stuff to give it like a love aspect. So it's kind of like, hey, babe, you want to go watch a love movie?
Right.
Or a rom-com?
Rom-com.
We're going to watch Thor, Love and Thunder? But yeah, it's people falling in love. And she's like, it's Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
That. Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's so funny because the new Aquaman is about to drop.
Again, and they love Jason Momoa.
And you know they're going to go watch that more than they'll watch this Marvel.
Jason Momoa got his shirt off.
There you go.
Right? So, women, y'all need to do some self-reflection about your perversions. Okay?
Can't always be about eye candy. Yeah. Well, I mean, if they provide a decent storyline, maybe
you some of y'all might have steak at the house and stuff for there, but you guys choose to look at the eye candy on the silver screens. You would appreciate the damn steak you have there. So what if it's a well done leftover steak? It's still your steak.
Still your
it's
steak.
Still your steak. It's still your tube steak to jump on. Yo, how often do you self-reflect?
Oh shit! Now it's almost a daily thing for me now.
Yeah?
Yeah. Shit.
So okay.
I spend the mornings waking up and just thinking about the day before.
The previous day?
Yeah.
Your shortcomings, your all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Is that normal? At a specific age time in your life?
I think maybe. I think maybe when you become a specific age and you realize, okay,
you want to right your wrongs or something like that?
Not only that you want to right your wrongs, but you want to make sure that like the next half of your life is going smoothly.
So, okay, explain. Because you have people and stuff.
Well, when you're young, you don't have a care in the world.
I know some old people that still don't have a care in their world.
And they're not doing a lot of reflecting either, those old people.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. When does the reflection start possibly kicking in for them? Then?
It should have already kicked in. It should have already kicked in.
Give me an age, I don't age know. Range.
I say around 32 and up, that reflection should start kicking in.
Some people would think the forever young concept.
Right.
Right? Now, would you say like, the aging, let's talk about ageism. Would you say like aging gracefully would be part of like a self-reflection?
Yes.
So when you're not doing it gracefully and stuff and you're in denial of some things and stuff like that, would you safe to say that they're not reflecting then?
Yeah, I'd say they're not ready to grow up.
Yeah, because I look at it as your body might not be the same. Your hair might be thinner. You might have wrinkles in your face where you didn't have wrinkles in your face and stuff before. Because you were living in your body for like forever, right?
Forever.
Until like you see a mirror and stuff, or you probably don't see yourself in a reflection.
Yeah.
So when do you mentally like reflect to say like, all right, I fucked up on this yesterday. Maybe I should try to do better on this and stuff, whatever, today and stuff. Or even, it doesn't have to be a daily thing. Because I feel like if it's at a daily level, I think you're in like the advanced course.
Right.
But even at least often enough to kind of realize and stuff, your shortcomings.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of people and stuff with the forever young concept and stuff, you don't understand shortcomings because you're still just trying to find your footing.
Mm.
So I look at stuff as like, all right, you don't know where it might be stable enough for you, you know what I'm saying? So you're just trying to think you're Spider-Man all over the place. But then when you find like a proper footing and stuff, you be like, all right, well, I'm glad I can put my foot here. I'm glad I can embrace
I got a
here.
Foundation.
I have foundation.
I got a foundation.
Yeah, I self-reflect, right?
You're right.
I just found it so different when I realized and stuff that people, I don't want to say the non-apologetic type, but I look at it stuff as a lot of people put their foot in their mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I try to live a way where I don't try to put my foot in my mouth.
Right.
Because I self-reflect.
Right.
So my thing is, and I'm a firm believer in like the never say never type of rule.
Right.
So that's why I'm willing to try some things and stuff, but I just got to know for a fact that like, I'm not going to go too far because I can see where my strengths and my weakness will lie pertaining to a certain situation to know for a fact that like, all right, now if I persevered where I thought it was more of a weakness type of thing, again, my self-reflection thing is still going on like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It came out better than I expected.
Right. And now you're adjusting your thoughts.
Right.
Right.
But again, it's still a reflection coming in the process.
Of course.
But imagine somebody and stuff now, whatever. And I'm saying like you might know somebody, but imagine somebody and stuff like narcissistic that just like fuck up after fuck up after fuck up with people and just say like, I don't fuck with these people because they didn't come correct.
Right.
When do you self-reflect and realize how did you dealt with each individual compared to like, just saying like the group of them is all like this and stuff, whatever, right? Because I look at it as like, let's say you have a sibling and you look at stuff as like, this sibling is fucked up, right? Look at another sibling. This sibling is fucked up. One is male, like one is a brother, one is a sister.
Right.
And now you look at like a relative and stuff for their male cousin and stuff, say like, this person's fucked up. And a female cousin, this person's fucked up. All four of those people are all fucked up? What makes all of them fucked up?
Right. Yeah.
Because 2 are siblings, 2 are cousins. Why? And if you're not asking like, why ask why when I always take it from DMX, when he says it like that, where they're like, you gotta know. You're the common denominator in this, whatever.
Right.
When do you reflect on like, why am I fucked up with these 4 individuals?
Right.
But you're narcissistic to think like it's just these 4 individuals just got their own problem.
Right.
Self-reflection is a must then.
It is a must. And I think, the people who do it, and just like you said, and it doesn't have to be a constant everyday thing. But the people who do it, I think learn to master their emotions, right? Learn to not to react at everything, right? But process some stuff, right? And plan better.
Do you think that all of us or I want to say, and I'm making a general statement, do you feel like a good portion of people should be planners instead of just, I want to say like wing it or do it type of things?
Again, I'm gonna regulate it to where you are in your life in
well, okay.
When you find your footing, right?
When you find your footing,
because to plan and not know what you're planning for, I think can be destructive as well. So I think you gotta just.
I can agree to that.
I think you just gotta just throw yourself out there, do experience as much as you possibly can, and then when you find that one thing that becomes your foundation, then you say, okay, this is my foundation. Where do I go from here? And then where do you go from here? That's the plan.
I dig that. Yeah, because I look at it stuff as where I would hope, because my theory with the 3 stages of adulthood.
Yeah.
Like entry, awakening, and then elderhood and stuff. I would hope that a lot of times when people get to elderhood, the self-reflection stuff comes in and stuff. I want to say kind of like more of a daily aspect.
Yeah.
Then, because the righting your wrongs and stuff like that. Like I look at it stuff as where I do it often, like on a daily level as well.
Right.
But I feel like a lot of people, like I'll give you an example. I'm at work, do my 1s and 2s, whatever. A boss might have an issue and stuff with me and everything like that, right?
Right.
I've told you several times about set boss and stuff like that. If Marvin is your hero, should you shit on your hero?
Nah, you shouldn't shit on your hero.
Or it's not even hero, your savior.
Right.
You shouldn't shit on your savior.
Right.
And you should look and see how you treat your savior now. Right? Because there's going to come a day you might need set savior.
Of course.
Now, if you took the time to self-reflect on like how many times this person might possibly become your savior in the near future, I'm just saying, like, wouldn't you move different? Like, I look at this stuff as like, I can't get shit done without you.
Right.
Right? Let's say pertaining to the podcast. If I can't get certain things and stuff done without you and everything like that, why would I go out the way and stuff for them to start shitting on you or start downplaying you or start making you feel a type of way when you don't want to do shit for me?
Yeah, nah.
And I feel like a lot of times and stuff that could all be prevented and stuff if you realize like, yo, today, Smooth and I had an interaction. It wasn't that healthy and stuff like that now, right?
Right.
Now, some people might take a week. Some people might use less than that and stuff, a few times, a few hours and stuff like that, right? I feel like a lot of times when it's shorter, I don't feel like it might be that sincere because I don't expect people to be advanced as myself or yourself.
Right.
Right. But I feel like at least if you're taking the steps to acknowledge you went wrong, it's a start.
It's a start.
100%. It's a start. And this is the footing, part of the footing piece and stuff, whatever, right? But they have nowhere to put a footing and stuff. And then now they're just going frivolously walking on landmines. This black brother has spoken. Dwayne, you need to put me on the next damn show. I get my rhyme time together.
Get your rhymes together.
I get my Dr. Seuss game and stuff in order. But yeah, I feel like us people, like everybody, like we should just take the time to really self-reflect on the day. I use my morning shower, to kind of look at the previous day and stuff for the night before and all that type of stuff. Because I look at it where a lot of pieces could have been moving so fast.
Yeah.
That now when I'm looking towards like what I would hope for this day, because I'm a planner, and then all the above. But even if you're a wing it person, you're like, yo, fuck it. I winged out yesterday, never had any plans. It went like this. Still take the time to self-reflect.
Still take the time to self-reflect.
But you're just gonna just go. That's destructive. My opinion.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, before I get to the questions of the week.
I was gonna say, sound like it's something deep, because you got that. You gotta excel.
Why do a lot of successful black men date outside their race? Because if you're self-reflecting,
right.
I'm not saying preference is a thing. I'm not discrediting preference and stuff, right? But I feel like we're in a world where if you wanted, as a black successful man, if you wanted to date a woman who's a doctor, there's tons of black women doctors.
Yes.
I feel like if you're an NBA star, and I'm not just pointing out to them and stuff for them, but whatever that woman could have been before you married her, you could have found a sister like that and stuff too. And I'm not trying to make this into more of a racial thing, but I just look at it as stuff as where, is it a self-hate thing? Because I'm just trying to understand. Because I look at it as stuff as where the white man, I think you and I said it, and I think Dr. Umar heard it, kind of confirmed it and stuff. Well, I don't know, confirmed it, but kind of agreed with it and just kind of said that it was more of a stature type of thing.
Yes.
To get somebody not of your race.
Yes.
So it's kind of like more of a flex type of dance.
I would say stature. I would also say, again, now we're seeing more black women being placed in these successful positions of stature.
But you don't think they were placed in these positions even 20 years ago?
They were. I don't think there was as much. So maybe the pool to pick from wasn't as much as the pool of white women. And I'm not necessarily saying that white women were more successful.
Mm-hmm.
They may have come from a more of affluent background. And a lot of these people are marrying these women not because of the women, but of what they're marrying into.
So you're saying the guy is marrying the thing about what he's marrying into, or the woman's marrying what she's into?
I think the guy, right? The black male is like, for instance, the black dude that was dating Bill Gates' daughter.
The kid. Okay.
None of us gave a shit what the daughter did. Everybody was like, "Oh, you're in that Bill Gates crowd."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's that affluent culture that you've tied yourself to. Right? I couldn't tell you what that Rothschild woman did that Jay Electronica used to be with.
Mm-hmm.
I just know she was a Rothschild. And people were like, "Oh, you got yourself a Rothschild." You know what I mean? She could be spectacular at many things. I don't know. I don't even care. She's a Rothschild. So I think that's what it was at one point, right? It's more of that I'm marrying into the affluence. I'm connected to this power, right? that extends its power to me because I'm connected to it. You got a lot of black people who or black women who are smart, intelligent, and in good positions, right? But what is their lineage? What is their background? Does it just stop at them? Because if it just stops at them, where do we go from here? What circles are we in?
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like you're like your best friends may just be still just the average black woman. Over here, her friends, their parents are, Fortune 500 company owners.
Mm. So we're going, paraphrasing. So basically, you're kind of going with, you rather go with something established, that's already been established and stuff, whatever, than to try something blindly that just started. So let's say, for example, set one woman, let's say the white woman,
right?
Her family and stuff is full of, we'll say, multimillionaires, and she became a doctor,
right?
Because they had the money to pay for medical schooling and stuff like that, whatever. When this one black doctor woman out here kind of paved the way. She's probably the first graduate.
Maybe the first graduate.
And her family and stuff like that, whatever. But her family, it's all her. She made it.
Right.
But it's all her and stuff for her. So you're more preferred to get attached to the lineage?
So think of those two things that you just mentioned, those two different aspects that you
but answer my question before you start.
No, because I'm going to answer you the question what I'm about to start, right?
Okay.
Now, you can go to a cookout, right?
Okay. With who? The Caucasian?
No, with your black
woman?
Queen.
You're racist, but continue.
You can go to cookout with your black queen.
Okay.
Right? Or you can go to...
White people have barbecues too.
They have barbecue, but that affluence, it might be a luncheon. Right? Not to say that black people don't have luncheons, but this luncheon here, right? The people at that luncheon, they may be able to, you talk to them, they may be able to put you in different positions that you are currently in. Whereas when you go to the cookout, people in the cookout may be looking at you to put them into positions that they're not in.
Really? I don't know. That's cold smooth.
No, think about it. I'm not trying to be disrespectful in any sort of way, right? But the group over here, there may be more Fortune 500 families in this group over here than there is over here. And like I'm saying, if you're somebody who's marrying a person for status, because that's what it boils down to. If you're a person that marries somebody for status, then yeah, this is probably going to look more attractive to you.
I get it. So then, yeah, so the person and stuff is going for status and stuff. So it still goes back to you married a white person, the white woman for the status aspect and stuff compared to like the just
the who she's connected to.
Okay. And why wouldn't you marry the black woman again?
Because she may, just like you're saying, she may be the first in her family to be the one to make it. So and she's the first in her family, the one to make it. Who's around that who's the friends of those families? It's just like, it might just be the common workers.
No, so work with me in the easiest terms and stuff, whatever. You already have established generational wealth over here, and then you have to start the generational wealth over here. That's what you're basically saying?
That's, yes.
Wow.
Yes. And some men are looking at it like that.
Now I can get it, but that's what I'm saying. When we're breaking it down, to that degree and stuff, whatever, it's kind of like, my kids are going to be good regardless because they have a name, they have a world, they have finances, certain things already tied to them. Just being a grandkid. Just being a grandkid and stuff, whatever. When if this is the first of the first and everything, who's to say moms and stuff don't have probably life insurance? The grandmother might not have life insurance,
right?
And everything like that. The first starter or the first one that came up in the game, the graduate, she's probably trying to talk and preach to the rest of them, the family that comes to the cookout races. That like, maybe you guys should get life insurance and stuff and everything. Because it's so crazy where there's tons of black people, family, and for our family included, die without life insurance. And life insurance and stuff on the other side of stuff is like, duh. Like, who doesn't have life insurance?
The kids got life insurance.
Yeah. A deep dive.
Deep dive. We came up swimming on top though.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Let's get a question of the week, and then we can slide with these Ask the Sons and cha-cha.
Question. Fly catcher smooth for you.
Quite a lot of shit right there. You're going to catch some static, too.
We get some static, but listen, I'm here for it.
Question of the week says, what is it that you're hoping to do? What are you hoping to do and stuff, whatever, in the future? Things that you're looking forward to? Business endeavors? Goals?
I'm hoping to do more traveling.
Hoping to do more traveling?
Yeah.
It's been a minute since you traveled.
It's been a minute since I traveled, and
driving with the pen or just the
but,
destination. You're not concerned about the journey. You're concerned about destination.
The destination, and you know, I wouldn't mind the journey either. Like it's just like I was saying before. Like there's places that I would want to see just to experience like the history and the culture of it, right? And for instance, if like one of the places that I want to go to is Egypt.
Okay.
Right? But I don't necessarily have to land directly in Egypt. I don't mind going through like
Morocco.
These different places and experiencing like the cultures and different stuff like that.
What main thing in Egypt do you really want to see? The pyramids?
Pyramids. That's the main thing that I want to see.
And the Sphinx and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Got you.
But you know, if there's like sites on the way that I know that like I will find interesting, shit, I would like to travel that road.
If money wasn't an issue, right?
You wouldn't see me.
You'd be constantly traveling?
I would be constantly traveling. I would just explore the world.
You wouldn't. So how often would you, let's say, if this would be your home, how often would you be home within a year?
Within a year? Maybe I'd probably spend like maybe a month or so.
A month out of the year?
A month or so. You know what I mean? Just making sure family is straight. And I wouldn't do it until like my kids are of age where they don't like they definitely don't need me. And I'm always one call away. I got money like that. I'm one call away to get back to where I'm at. And I'd be like, my wife don't gotta work, so she's with me. You know what I mean? I have my partner to explore the world with.
Gotcha. Things I'm hoping to do, I like someday in my mind, I would love and really love to have a community center.
Oh, that's dope. Talk about that.
I would love to have a community center and stuff.
You know something that's something I've thought about as well.
I've always wanted to have like a community center and stuff. It doesn't even have to be named after me. I would prefer to name it actually after my mother.
Okay.
I'd probably name it after my mom or something like that, whatever. But I'd love to have a community center and stuff where they kind of just do shit and they have programs and things are funded.
Yeah.
Right? Because I want to say, and there's no shade to like the Sylvan Learning Centers and things like in the Kumon and everything and stuff, whatever. But like, some of these kids and stuff, they need a place and stuff where they really could do homework.
Right.
Right. And then in the same community center and stuff, I would love to have like, I don't know, when I went to Memphis and stuff, whatever, and saw like the music lab, the listening lab.
Yeah.
I would love to have something like that and stuff there as well. So people can appreciate certain type of things. Like a community center was like it's a hub where people just come, go, feel welcome, have drinks, just chill there. Chill. Like, at a specific time, when you get the hell up off the property and stuff, whatever, at least you have some kind of sense of belonging to somewhere.
Yeah.
Because I want to say a lot of times some people don't have not really saying nowhere to go, but they have nowhere to turn to.
Right.
So it's kind of like, all right, you have this community center or this community hub and stuff where like, even if you just want to go there and just watch a movie with some people, so that might be like, today we're showing this flick in the back, whatever, on the big screen and stuff, whatever. It'd be like, I seen it anyway, but and then you're sitting by somebody and stuff now who's like, I've never seen this movie, or they seen it thousands of times. Now you guys are talking.
Right.
Now a new possible person you can click with.
Shout out to Marlon Sling Dad's Mortgage. If you ever get a chance to, if you haven't seen that episode yet, check that one out. He said the same thing. It's like the lack of resource centers. Yeah. It's what having these kids out in the street do. They have nowhere to go.
It makes a hell of a difference.
It makes a lot of difference.
It makes a hell of a difference and stuff for that, right? I think we had a lot more previously, like back then.
Right.
So that's why I think maybe like resilience and recovery for certain things in the sense of like belonging to something is a lot more where it's now shattered. It got shattered during our time. So now the generations now after us don't really have nothing else to turn to but device.
Right.
So, and some of them don't have like proper communication skills and everything because interacting with somebody face to face and stuff is like foreign to them. Right? Like I look at it as some people might interact with them for like a purpose. Like, we need to do some exchange. Yeah. I need something from you. You need something from me. This is the reason why we're talking.
Yeah.
If we don't need anything from each other and stuff forever, two ships a night passing by.
It's like, we got a really dope Canadian rapper goes by the name of Tona, right?
Mm.
The first time I heard Tona on radio, I want to say was probably like early to mid 90s.
Okay.
Right? The first time I met him in person was him inviting Clifton and I, for at that time we were doing the Battle of the Beatmakers, to come speak to a bunch of kids at a little community spot that he was working at. Just teaching them skills of how to like use like the music equipment and so forth like that. And it's like, yo, this is dope. This is like, there's a space where he's able to give back to these kids. Not only is he able to give back to the kids, but invite people like us to come and talk to them and mention them. And one of the girls that was in the program, it's like now I like when I thought like I you know, we're IG, we've been IG friends since, and like she's taken like that lessons what she's learned there and she's applied it, and she's like she's in the field now, you know what I mean? She's doing her thing, and I'm like, who knows if she would have been there or she'd be doing what she's doing now
without Tona,
without
right.
that opportunity.
Right.
So like that's dope, man. You know what I mean? That's dope, man. I'm with you on that.
I'm etching out to I'm like my dream and stuff is not a pipe dream. I look at it as if it's not a pipe dream. I've looked into like certain type of things and stuff like haphazardly or lightly pertaining to like funding and how much to keep the lights on for certain type of things and stuff, and the things that I kind of want like that and stuff, whatever too, like within the place.
Yeah.
I'm like the best thing and stuff is that I look at it stuff like structurally, go in and take up some space that's not using and stuff like that no more. Because I look at it stuff as that it's, let's say if it costs $100 million to build something from the ground,
right?
If somebody's already got like done and one with everything and stuff, whatever, it might even take you like $1 million to kind of put the rentals and stuff in it to kind of bring it back to life. All this property brothers shit, reno, no demo reno and stuff I done seen. It took a lot of shit spaces and made them into great spaces, whatever, right? So I look at it stuff as like, take an old building and stuff and jazz it up and stuff for to patch up some of the like, you know, to make everything up to code and all that type of stuff. It's still way cheaper than building from ground up.
Yeah.
So I look at it stuff as where before these things are like, yo, where would you possibly get the money for this shit to kind of build it? Fuck it. Take over some shit they're not using and stuff.
But you know what? Taking over some shit and putting out the right plans down on a piece of paper, because the city can sell you a building for $1.
One more time.
The city can sell you a building for $1 for you to do your thing.
In times of inflation and stuff, whatever, the city can sell me multiple buildings for $1. Hell, I'll pay $5. You hear?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, $5.
Because stuff like this is I don't know now that they've been cutting back on a lot of social programs, but you know what I mean? Like it was there for people to utilize and say, hey,
well, I even
needed.
kept in consideration the fact that they do cut a lot of the funding and everything for certain type of situations, but then there's still, I want to say, partial other loopholes and partial other things and stuff that kind of bridge the gap.
Right.
So I think, let's say in the story of Marv, this plays a part in it.
Right.
Podcasting. Get it established, giving my name, my credibility, and certain things and stuff kind of established.
Right.
So then now if later I'm like, hey, I want to do this, it's say less, Marv, we got it done for you.
Yeah.
Compared to like, who are you? Why do we have to do all this? Like, why do we think you're worth the wait and go? You get what I'm saying?
And then just like because from what you're saying, then we tap into like-minded people. Because how hard of it now when you put this shit together to go to somebody like Dwayne Morgan and say, hey, this is what we're doing. Help spread. Like, come on, man.
I have a poetry month, like a day within the month to inspire people in the community, poets, 100%. White, black, whatever race you 100%. Might be, and all the above. Because I look at like these things are all so far intertwined and stuff, whatever, right? Community.
Right.
Community. I feel like a lot of times and stuff for there, people don't realize tribalism and community and stuff is like needed, but it's essential because even when you have a hive of bees, they work together. Shit is getting formulated and run together. It's the things of the element and stuff for there. If us as human beings didn't fuck with a hive, we don't know what the fuck is going on in there. But there's different kind of hives and stuff set up across the world, still running smoothly without anybody else fucking with it, but just the things and the people in it.
That's what people be thinking I'm weird when I be watching these nature shows when they show like the ants and shit like that.
No, I just think you weird when you watch it with no drugs in your system and stuff, whatever. I think it hit better with like, you turn on the surround sound with it, whatever, it might hit a little extra different.
But you know what I mean? Like when I was growing up, I used to like see a random ant. I'm just like, that was a random ant. No. That's a scout ant. That ant is looking at shit to go report back to like the colony.
Right. But remember, we live in a world capitalist society. So it's kind of like I make it by my damn self.
Right.
And it's all for me.
Right.
Right. It's not like I make this money and stuff, whatever, and now it's going all towards us. And it's prolonging stuff. So this is, and I want to call out anybody because right now a lot of people keep calling out different celebrities or people in the world, but I look at it stuff as where turkeys serve a purpose.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Teaching the skills for investments or what to do with the money. We say this all the time and stuff that like the schools and stuff are not teaching our kids enough things.
Right.
Right? Okay. So now we know this. Why not build into community center stuff? Whatever schools is not teaching, we're having a night where we're teaching like people how to kids could possibly do taxes, how to deal with possible mortgage things and stuff, or how to establish credit and all that type of stuff for there. We can do that at a community center, no?
Of course.
But we're not. They're not being done.
They're not being done.
So that's just my things. Like, why? So that's I'm like, maybe you want something, you gotta do it yourself. So maybe in the process, when I get to that mark in my life,
right,
I can probably understand like why certain things weren't done and stuff there. But so far, I'm looking, I'm like, the things I'm etching out and I'm doing, I'm establishing myself. Meanwhile, I'm looking like, it don't seem that hard. So I'm looking, I'm like, how y'all dropped the ball on this? So I'm ignorant. I'm ignorant. I don't know nothing. Let my cup be filled with information and stuff like that. But I'm just looking at stuff as like, it's possible if you think together.
Yeah.
We just live in a capitalist society that just thinks kind of solo.
Right.
So, and somebody might hear this and like, this motherfucker's a socialist. I'm not a socialist, really, but I'm pro-human. I'm pro-people.
Yeah.
I'm for people.
Yeah.
I speak for people. That's it.
That's it. That's it.
It's all right. Let's get to the Ask the Sons, shall we?
Ask the Sons. Let's go.
First Ask the Sons comes from Still-Alive. What foods and toys would go in your Happy Meal? Your is all in capitals.
What foods and toys?
I think you mean like build your food, build your Happy Meal. So build the food you will put in your Happy Meal. I would honestly put some Jamaican food in, but I feel like it won't be, I won't be functioning for a while. And the toy, okay. So, okay, if I'm going to go with a food, I would definitely, I would build a Happy Meal, an adult Happy Meal.
Mm-hmm.
With like probably a possible smash burger.
Okay.
Some kind of like garlic or cheese fries with this shit. And toy. Maybe give me I'll take a butter weed. No, well, you know what? Either that or a honey packet.
A honey packet?
Yeah, I'll take a honey packet. I put all this food in my system and stuff. Now I'm gonna use my toy to work off some of this food. I'll take a honey packet.
All right. My Happy Meal would consist of a jerk chicken slider.
Jerk chicken slider.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still waiting for a West Indian restaurant.
So all right. How many sliders? How many sliders?
No, just you gotta just one. Just one, and you can throw in some sweet potato fries. So jerk chicken slider with some sweet potato fries.
Okay.
And my toy, I probably think it'd just be like a fidget spinner. One of those
fidget spinner.
Yeah.
Wait, we fucking missed the damn drink. What we choking?
Shit. Right.
We choking? What do you want to drink?
We can't choke.
What do you want to drink, sir? What's your Happy Meal?
A papaya juice. Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
A papaya juice.
That sounds fucking refreshing. I don't be a Jackie Mac rider, but I kind of want to fuck with it though.
No, you can get a papaya juice.
No, because you know why? Because papaya and stuff, it has the digestive enzymes and everything and stuff too. So on a scientific level and stuff as well, it help break down some of these foods. What's the adults and stuff? So that's what I'm saying. When you said it, I'm like, it's good, it's refreshing, and it also has the benefits for you,
right?
What you need as an adult,
right? Okay.
So I'm like, you kind of hit it right on the nail. Look at you,
right?
Go.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, same. I'll take the same kind of drink. Okay, and the fidget spinner. All right. Next question comes from Stokely Mad 08. What fakes are better than the originals?
What fakes are better than the originals?
Give it a buck. I think for me, I think sometimes those Michael Jackson impersonators, they go harder than the real Mike. And the reason why I say it, because they know they want to prove a point and they want to get rehired for some shit.
Yeah.
But I always feel like Costco products is because they're only specified like to Kirkland, right? To them?
Yeah.
I dig a Costco toilet paper. I'm not saying no shit in the Charmin and stuff but Charmin would be a brand name and stuff, or Royale and everything, right?
Yeah.
I think the Costco thing go hard.
I buy a lot of...
I fuck with Costco. And a lot of generic drugs and stuff, meds as well, too.
Yeah.
Because I'm not saying like... What would we call it? Let's say like Tylenol. No shade to Tylenol and stuff for that. But I'm like, yo, even the bootleg Tylenol and stuff, whatever, they work just as well for me. So I'll take the generics and I'll take, like the Costco products and stuff for my fakes.
Yeah, you know what? I would say even some of the no-frills stuff slap too. The Loblaws, no-frills.
The no-name stuff?
The no-name, yeah. Some of that stuff slap. There's, it's not...
You gotta explain the no-name to the people who are not Canadian.
Sorry. No-name would be like... What would be...
Bootleg!
What would be equivalent to Loblaws?
Generic. Like, it depends on where. Let's say this. If you're in the northern states and stuff for the northeast side and stuff, Aldi's.
Aldi's? Now, do Aldi's have their own separate brand from everything else?
Boss, I don't know. There's so many fakes going out, whatever. You just got to take what you get. But I fuck with it, though, because I look at the stuff as like, yo, you got the high-end shit, then you got us.
Then you got us.
Can you afford them, or you want to fuck with us?
This is true.
But I always feel like there's disparity and stuff between like, like healthy, like I always look at like extra lean ground beef is way more expensive than like medium ground beef.
Right.
But I look at like, is it good or bad and stuff for you? So that's how when I look at some of these generics, I'm like, depending on the product, I won't fuck with it. I fuck with it the same way. And some of them, I just say no to it, whatever.
Yeah.
Like I said, the toilet paper, you got me.
Yeah.
If you're giving me some other kind of like lotion that might not be equivalent to like the Nivea shit I use,
right,
you lost me.
Right. Yeah. There's just some things that you can't just you
can't fake the funk.
Yeah, no, you can't.
You can't. All right. The last Ask the Sons comes from NikkiLAX, NikkiLAX. What is something good going on in the world that a lot of people aren't aware of?
That's a good question.
You see, every month, all you guys want to just focus on the bad. And shout out to Nikki.
Shout out to Nikki. That's a good
coming
question,
out
man.
And stuff like, yo, what are the good things we're not focused on and stuff out here? You know what the early thing and stuff in the year? And I don't know why I didn't speak about it on the show before. Sometime in like January, February,
right?
I found out that the ozone layer is It's recovering.
It's really?
Yeah, the ozone layer stuff from say 1980-ish was like the proper time the ozone layer was great.
Yeah.
I think they said, it's been recovered. It's been on recovery since. They said, we keep doing what we're doing and stuff for that. By 2040, we straight. Ozone layer is back in action. So I might even go to Australia and stuff around that time. Because I know I'm not going to get rotisserized and shit like that there. Because I always heard the ozone layer was definitely thin there. But it's been recovering.
I would say, and I'm forgive me because I don't know his name, but that the black inventor that created that that machine that converts the vapor in the atmosphere into clean water.
No, I think you mentioned it before, but I can't remember something like that. Speak on it.
So he's basically got this machine,
okay,
which takes I guess it just takes the air and the moisture out of the air and condenses it to the point where you can get drinking water out of the machine, clean drinking water. So he's basically saying like these boxes now you can put them in the middle of the desert, and then by this process it'll just take whatever moisture what's in the air itself and then provide clean drinking water. And I'm like thinking, that's why not people talking about this more, and why is not like governments getting behind
How
this?
long ago was this?
This was
I definitely didn't hear about this.
This was over the summertime, and I think the last thing I heard about it was, they had a machine in Chicago, and the dude was talking about it, and he was there setting up, and he said the gang members were coming up to him and saying, "Yo, don't worry, you're protected. We got you." So my mom come and gets water from this. And he was getting respect. I'm like, why is this not more of a story? And not why is this not more of a story, but why are not companies investing in this technology?
I mean, yeah, because look at the places where you don't get clean, viable drinking water. You can probably put up an aqua filter. Let's say, I don't know how big the machine is or how big the space might occupy.
Right.
But even if that be the case and stuff, whatever, you can probably, let's say, I don't know, let's say it's by like a 10 by 10 machine.
Yeah.
Right? 10 feet width, height, and all that.
That sounds like that. That sounds
yeah?
from what I've seen, like,
because I'm about to say, like, it feels like it has a whole bunch of parts in there.
Yeah.
To make this shit pop.
Right. From what I've seen, it looks like around that, close to what just the size you mentioned.
So if it's something like that, you put up a few of these things and stuff in like a vicinity and just say, all right, you know what? We're not gonna, you can probably have like the bottling kind of effect and stuff, whatever, but it's kind of like, bring your shit you use.
Right.
Like, those big ass water jugs you got to refill.
Right.
Bring that and stuff, whatever. You can get like this amount for this amount of dollars because it's still, they're gonna capitalize. They're gonna find a way to capitalize. If it's a company and stuff. If I look at it, stuff is where that's so much more convenient compared to like picking up and say, your part in your world, like our part in this world, we can drive out to a corner store and get like bottles of water from there or grocery stores, and other parts in the world where they don't have the luxury.
They don't have the luxury.
Right? This is a first world country over here. Like when there's a third world country where they got to hike miles just for like a bucket.
Man.
So that part, that's dope.
Yeah.
These bloody wankers want you to focus on every kind of war pending possible instead of telling you some good shit out here.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm saying, like, that was a feel good story. I'm like, I ain't seen this on the news or anything. It was a social media that I caught wind of it.
That's dope. Yeah, that's feel good. We are here. We are here. Thank you.
We are here.
Hit them off with a little motivation, sending people on their way for the week. Yes. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So Say the Suns this week says, focus on the initial work more than the early talent.
So says the Suns.
I feel like a lot of people and stuff, they tend to have this feeling where it's, especially the creative folk, they're looking for the reactivity
more
than the authenticity. if you're gonna work and put in the portions and stuff, like even like say the person with this machine you're talking about,
right?
They probably had so many damn wrongs and downplays and naysayers and all that type of stuff and everything, but they're expecting every person to say they're gonna create something, be the next Albert Einstein,
right?
No, a lot of greatness does come in through the failures and the mistakes and in the process.
Yeah.
So it's more focused on the initial work in any case. Your goal is that you want to have something that creates this viable, clean drinking water with probably the fraction of the cost to make these parts or and everything like that. Instead of saying like, you never done this before. You don't have the skill set. It's okay. They looked at everybody, including Einstein, and it's crazy and stuff too.
Right.
So focus on initial work more than the early talent.
Amen.
So say the sons.
So says the sons.
Once again, folks, like, comment, subscribe, all of the above. One last church announcement and stuff out here for the Toys for Angels.
Yes.
It is, it'll be this Sunday if you're getting this episode on a Tuesday. This Sunday, December 17th, doors open at 3 p.m. Basketball game starts at 5 p.m. The Playground, 25 King, Crossroads, and Brampton. Tickets are still available. Don't hesitate to stuff Dark Angel Cosmetics and JustSeeCenters.org. And you can still have time to donate and all the above. Yes. We look forward. We will be there. We'll be hosting it up. Don't be shy. Come on by. Do something, a little something for the kids because the kids love the Suns.
Yeah, tickets are available, but if you have a donation and you register it with darkangelscosmetics.com, then your entrance is free.
Apologies. That's the major thing.
Yeah.
So go buy you something or bring something and slide
but
through.
It's for the kids, man. So this is a good cause. It's a good cause. And we like to send a shout out to Angel for hooking it up.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it. We are here. We came, we saw, we conquered. Thanks for the Ask the Sons questions. Keep them coming. Appreciate you guys rocking with us.
Love it.
Don't forget to subscribe on the YouTube and all the other platforms possible. Follow. Appreciate you guys. And don't forget to participate in those Mondays and Thursday polls. So once again, thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. Remember, the difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. Peace and love, y'all.
Peace.
The Podical Sons was not your average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.